All right, here we go. Hopping on a little early. Hello. I'm gonna make sure I can get everything situated. Hi, guys. So this is gonna be my first time streaming streaming a call to Facebook. So I was about to say good morning. I guess it still is technically morning, right? I never know what to call this. It's like midday. All right, I'm gonna try and get this stream to my team page real quick. Feel free to say hey in the chat box. All right, sorry guys. Trying to get, it's my first time ever to stream live. Oh, awesome, it's working. It's my first time ever. And there I am talking. To stream live. Oh, awesome, it's working. It's my first time ever. And there I am. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome. I am going to get started in just a second. I'm making sure I have all my ducks in a row over here. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. So we have a couple of teams actually joining us. We got our upline Leah Lindsay's team, full team, and then we've got Molly Fitch and her team. We're all one big happy family here. If you are not on my team and you do not know, I am still kind of slightly got this cough going on. So I apologize ahead of time if I start to get a little choked up. It's getting so much better. If you are on my team and you've listened in the past 2 times, well, let me say it's gotten so much better. Hope everybody else is staying well. I know it's going around. It's crazy. All right. Hey. Okay. So I'd love for you guys to keep saying hi in the chat box. Ask any questions you have. I am going to, this is being recorded, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that, well, I thought I would be able to get bigger, but I can't. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I have a PowerPoint for you guys because this is a behind the scenes. You are going to see conversations, you're going to see posts. So you're going to get to see a very in-depth behind the scenes of my nail bar. So I am going to go ahead and get that started now. I am not going to make it full screen. I need to share my screen first. I'm not going to make it full screen because it ends up messing it up on my end and I don't like the view of it. So if you need a more clear picture of a screenshot or a conversation, let me know. I can't see the chat box right now. Can everybody see my screen? Okay. I'll try to zoom in as much as possible. And then I can also share those, after the call, I can share them in a photo album. I can send them to Leah. I can send them to Molly. So you can see those in a better way. But So happy y'all are here. So we're going to talk all about Facebook nail bars. Okay. So there's so many different types of nail bars, and Facebook is my fave. I've tried them all. I've done email, I've done text, I did an Instagram party forever ago. And I've done like one in-home party. So Facebook parties are my jam. I truly love them, which I think is that maybe an unpopular opinion, right? I think there's definitely different views on Facebook parties. And I'm hoping that after this, you'll have a different mindset about them and some more tools to use for going forward with your own nail bars. So let's talk about the perks of an online or a Facebook nail bar. This is a funny little graphic. I say funny, but it's a little graphic I made for my parties to let guests know that it's fun. Grab a drink, take the bra off, get comfortable. You don't have to look the part. And I'm going to talk about in a minute kind of how long my parties last and stuff like that. But I love Facebook nail bars, and here is why. There's going to be different goals, right? Everybody has different goals. I have a goal to grow my business. My business has grown because of Facebook parties, and I still want it to grow. So I'm going to continue to do them. But if you are watching and you are totally okay with making, with BQing every month, making $75 in cash each month and just selling to your VIP group and not growing, then this is probably not going to be for you. Okay. What I'm finding after talking to many of you on my team yesterday about parties, what I'm finding is you don't have to do these if you don't want to. If it's discouraging and not fun to you, and you're okay with just BQing each month, then this isn't going to be for you. Okay. If you're wanting to grow your business, if you're wanting to make more than $75 in cash each month, if you're wanting to build a team, then I would really encourage you guys to have a different mindset about Facebook parties. Unless you're like a rock star on social media and on Instagram and on your personal page and Facebook and are super outgoing in person and you can reach all these people by yourself, then kudos to you. That is not me. I'm not super outgoing. I won't just tell anybody and everybody about this. I don't necessarily use my Instagram and Facebook to really try to get new people. Okay, so this is my way to reach more people. So really quick, let's talk about our mindset towards Facebook parties. Now, raise your hand. Did anybody do what's her name now? Kristen Boss? Did anybody do Kristen Boss's training? Okay, so you're going to see, yay, I'm so happy. It was so good, right? You're going to see a little bit of what she was talking about. And it's so important, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys, because our belief going into the party, our belief even towards Facebook nail bars is what's going to help you see results. So it all starts with belief. Let's look at that low belief. Okay. So the belief is you're going into it, you're already discouraged. You're already hopeless. Okay. Nobody's on Facebook right now. The engagement's not great. My hostess isn't even excited. Nobody's going to want what I have to offer. Okay. How many have thought those things? I am raising my hand because I am guilty. Okay. So what does that belief give us? What does that make us feel like? It makes us feel hopeless. It makes us feel frustrated, discouraged. Okay. Those are the feelings that we feel. And then our actions come from our feelings. We act based off of how we feel. So when I feel discouraged already because my hostess isn't very engaging or whatever the belief is, then I'm not going to be as excited about the party. I'm probably not going to go live because I think maybe it's just a waste of time, or I'm probably not going to try and engage as much myself because I feel like it's going to be a waste of time, whatever that action is. And then obviously the result is going to be low sales or no sales. And then we're going to use that result to then justify our feeling and our belief for the next party. And do you see how that cycle just keeps going? And so maybe that's how you feel towards Facebook parties. And maybe the reason that they're not that great is because you already are going into it with a low belief mindset. So let's switch that and let's look at the high belief. I go into mine now, and I don't always feel like this, but I make myself believe that my hostess is amazing and she's going to rock it. Everybody is going to want what I have to offer. So then I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling fulfilled because I know what I'm doing is not going to be a waste of time. So then my actions are, I'm going to be very consistent. I'm going to go live because I want people to see the excitement that I have. I'm going to connect and I'm going to engage. I'm going to hold more nail bars. So then the result is more sales, more interaction. And so then I take that excitement and the result from that, and I put it to my next nail bar. Does this make sense? So if you are feeling in that low belief mindset, I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions. So if you're struggling to get hostesses and you're already like not crazy about Facebook parties, anytime you hear a nail bar, Facebook nail bar training or whatever, you already like, oh gosh, I'm not confident in my systems. I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Are you consistent in your VIP group with your excitement? Are you consistent in your customer service with your excitement towards the product? Or are you only posting maybe once a week or twice a week? Are you consistent on your personal page talking about the excitement of it? Okay, because your hostesses, or your potential hostesses, I should say, they're watching you. And if you're not consistent in your VIP group and on your social media, that's your storefront. That's what they're seeing. They don't see anything behind the scenes. They're only seeing what you're providing on Facebook or on Instagram. And they're not going to want to be a host for somebody who's inconsistent or not excited. Or maybe you're just like, you are consistent for a month and then you're not for the next month. They want to see consistency and they want to see excitement. So if you're not bringing that to your storefront, then that's all they have to base off of. And then maybe they're not as excited. Okay. So high belief, like screenshot if you need to screenshot it, and you can take pictures of anything if you need to remember or whatnot, so you don't have to take notes. But it all starts with a belief, and I really think if you have that high belief going into the party, you're going to see better results. All right, so I did this last time. Let's talk about booking nail bars. Can you see that? Okay, I want y'all to think of all the different ways that you have in the past booked a nail bar. Maybe write it down, try to remember. There's multiple ways to book a nail bar. And this is where it all gets started. If you can start here, and I'm going to show you in a minute how booking just one nail bar can open up the gates. And that's where you can get your future nail bars. But really you have to, and I want to stress the importance of asking. I think as in this business, we don't want to be that like super salesy person. And so we kind of like shy away and we get really passive when it comes to asking. And honestly, I can say 90% of my nail bars come from me asking and not from just like posting in my VIP group and praying that somebody likes the hostess incentives, or I can honestly say it's because I went into my messenger, my Facebook Messenger, and I've asked. Okay, so think of all the people you could ask right now. Maybe you have been in this for a year or 2 years and you feel like you've kind of tapped out. Nobody wants to host a party. My goodness, how many times did I hear that yesterday when I asked my team? Nobody wants to host a party. I cannot believe that. There are millions of people in this country. Somebody has to want to host a party. So when I do feel like maybe nobody wants to host a party, I force a best friend. I force a family member, my sister, you are hosting a party for me. I don't ask her, I tell her, you're hosting a Facebook nail bar, but make it fun. Say, you're trying out this new nail bar template, this new system, and they're going to be your guinea pig. You really need their help and their support. So they're going to host a Facebook nail bar for you. Okay, that's opening up your world to a completely different audience than you currently have. So best friends, family members, this can also be used for new and old customers. Maybe you have a previous hostess that rocked it a year ago and you would like to do another one. Tell her you have a new system, make new graphics, do whatever you need to do to liven it up, and ask her if she would help you with that. One thing I love to do in every single nail bar is play a booking game. And I'm pretty sure I got this from Molly. And I don't have a picture of that, but it's a graphic, and these are everywhere. You can find them in graphic groups or whatnot in my Flourish team page. I've shared a couple of these, but it's a graphic and has different numbers. And I share that graphic. I let them know everybody is guaranteed a prize. Pick one number. Once the number is gone, that's it. No, you can't pick, two numbers twice. And depending on who comments, if it's in a nail bar and this person commented and they have already ordered, then my prize, and I leave all of my graphics, I make a graphic, I put the number on it, and I leave it blank so that I can customize it to that person. So that if she's already ordered, I'm either in the engagement's not there, but she did order, I'm just going to send her some accents for her sets that she got. But if she's really engaging and we've already kind of hit it off and we're connecting, her prize is going to be a party. Her prize is a party with me. That means she's getting the rewards. She's getting a girls' night, a fun girls' night with her friends. And then if I'm doing some kind of a free set from me or a free gift from me, whatever my thing is for that month. Okay, so that's her prize. And I make it like she just won the best thing ever. Like, you got the best prize. You won a party, a chance to earn all this free stuff. And then I don't ask her, I say, which of these dates works best for you? I don't ask her if she wants to do it or if she doesn't want to do it, or you don't have to. It's what date is best for you. And I give her 3 dates and it works wonders. And they pick the date. Now, some say no, but that's okay. But you can do this in your VIP group. You could, and same thing, you customize it to whatever fits that person. If she has already hosted a party, maybe last month, give her some accent nails or whatnot. But if it's a customer who has never hosted a party before, now's your time to hook her with that prize, party prize. Okay. Any questions? All right. And we're going to have like a Q&A time at the end. So, all right. Confident conversations. So let's talk about the actual booking. Like I said, like 90% of mine come from the ask. So I also asked Molly to send in some of hers. I'm going to try to zoom in. Can I try to go over here so y'all can see? Molly is a genius when it comes to the ask. She is so good with words. And she shares everything that works well for her, and she would be totally fine with you guys taking this and running with it and personalizing it, but getting inspiration from it. But look at this conversation. So I'm assuming she saw some nails maybe posted in her VIP group or whatnot, but it turned into a conversation. It was not an immediate ask. It was a conversation starter. She said, do you get them done? And then put color straight over them. The girl says, whatever. Molly asked how she removes them. And then let's see if I can did I put the same? I put the same screenshot. Let me see if I can get the right screenshot over here. Sorry, guys. Is that it? Nope. Is that it? Okay, yeah. So here's the right screenshot. So she said, she asked her about mineral fusion. And then Molly said, I will send you a full bottle instead of your choice if you let me throw you a girls' night in January or February. And then the girl said, oh, you don't have to do that. That's so sweet, but I would really like a product, or I'd really like a party. So she turned the conversation into, how can I turn this into an invite to be a hostess? And she offered her something to make it worth her while. Okay. So let's get this off the screen and let's look over here. So Molly, if you follow her, you see she posts often some like this or that, or she'll post, a mixed mani. And so what Molly did is she reached out to someone who had liked it and said, thank you, or commented on it. Thank you so much for your comment on Long Time No See a Mermaid Look. I actually have those sets on hand and would love to send you those for free if you'll do a virtual nail bar girls night. And then the girl said, sure. Excuse me. So using the interaction from what you're doing on your personal page or even in your VIP group, and turning around and using that as like hey, I saw that you really loved this look. I'm offering it to you for free. I have those in stock. Let's throw you a girls night so that, you can then earn some more. All right. So now this is an example of what I sent. Can y'all see this? Well, kind of. Is it a little, so this is look, if you look down here, this is the graphic with her number, and I customized it to her, and I did 3 free sets because I had just redeemed my Hostess rewards from my last month. So I had plenty on hand. And so I was offering her 3. But what I said was thanks. And I was excited about it. Thanks for playing along in the number game. You got the best number of 3 free sets to book a party, on top of the other amazing exclusive strips that you can earn. I gave her the different options. You can do a text party or a Facebook party. She had already been on my sister, so she knew about that. And then when you're ready to book, so I was confident. I didn't say if you're ready to book, I said when. When you're ready to book, just let me know what 3 sets you'd like. All right. And then we can get your date picked. So confident conversations, my bad. Using different terms, not if, but when. It's like one little word can change everything. You're confident in what you have to offer, and she's going to love it too. And that's that high belief. I think the if you're ready to book a party is coming from that low belief, and that just changing it to that when helps. All right. So now they've booked. Now what? And going back to booking, not everybody is going to say, sorry, not everybody is going to say yes. You're going to get no's, and that's just part of the game, right? Has anybody ever played the Go for No challenge for booking parties? So we know that it's going to happen. It is no reflection on you. But I can tell you the yeses outweigh the no's. All right, so they booked. Now what? Obviously, you get your group set up. We're going to kind of go into now like the hostess coaching and things like that. Start coaching the hostess. These hostesses, right? Okay, let's look at it this way. When you sign up to be a stylist, did you know what to do right away? No, you had to have training. You had to have somebody pushing you along. You had to have somebody like cheering you on. That's what we're doing for them. We're coaching them on, they don't know what they're doing. So let's coach them, dumb it down, make it foolproof so they know what to do. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second, but you're going to start coaching your hostess. I go ahead and I schedule out all my posts. Another common thing that I was seeing yesterday is that you feel like they're time consuming. Okay, I don't know what kind of parties y'all are throwing, but mine take overall between scheduling out posts, making the group, coaching my hostess, and following up like 2 hours overall. Okay. And then like, I want to say only 20 minutes of that is me actually doing things on Facebook. Everything else is behind the scenes. So I do a 30-minute party. I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyways, I would schedule your post out, set an end date so that your guests know when the last day. And I mean, if the party is on a Monday, I make the last day a Friday. Mine are very, very short, a short window, but I always include at least one payday. Sorry, I got a hair and it is tickling my nose. I always include at least one payday. So Mondays sometimes are payday, Fridays are payday for a lot of people. So you need to I would include at least one payday. And then send a Hostess packet, including samples. I'm not going to show you mine, but very simple. I send it in just one of these tiny little bubble mailers. It doesn't cost me a lot at all. I just send samples. I send the opportunity brochure. I send a catalog, some business cards, and like if I was giving away a free set or something, sorry, I would do that. Okay, sorry, my throat's starting to get to that point where it's like, you've done too much. All right, so that's what you do when you get booked. Hostess coaching. So your hostess is going to be your best friend for the week. I'm serious, you guys. Your best friend, okay? You're going to joke with her like she's your best friend. You're going to have fun with her like she's your best friend. You're going to give the attention to her like she's your best friend. So I'm staying in contact with them every single day. I'm going to give them updates. I'm going to give them tips on how to have a successful party. If you have a hostess that was rocking it in one of your previous nail bars, screenshot what she was saying, screenshot her posts, screenshot her comments, screenshot her messages if she showed you any messages, and send that to her. I don't think that there is anything wrong with sending someone something to look at to duplicate. I think it's like we do the same thing as stylists. We want to know what's going to work and we want to know how to do it. So give her tips, send her screenshots. Now, and I do this whether she's active or not. So you're going to have some hostesses that are like all in it and they love it and they're having a blast. And then you're going to have some that she won't answer you. She won't return any of your messages. I treat them all the same. I still continue to message them. I voice message as often as I can. I still send out, this free set. Like I do it whether she's active or not. I want to know that I did my part 100%, and she can't come in, turn around and said, oh, well, you weren't right. You want to do everything that you would for an active. I treat them all the same. So I send a hostess guide. If you are not in the Mock Nail Bar by Monica on Facebook, I highly encourage you to get in there. She has an incredible hostess guide. I literally send that one. That's what I send her. I ask for what reward level she would like to reach. I get her to tell me what reward level. Now, I personally always want to get them to 300. I feel like that's the least I would want to get it to. Sorry. So I ask her what her reward level is. So then I have something to go off of. Say, it's 2 days before the party's over, where her goal was 300. We're at 240. I can say, hey, we're 2 orders away from your goal. Let's make it happen. So then she knows I'm working for her at that point. Obviously, we get the commission. It's great for us, but I'm working for her to help her reach her goal. Send her an example of what she can send to her potential guests. So type out a message that she can send to all of her potential guests to invite them to the party. Make it foolproof. Have her tag each guest in the welcome post. Make it personable. And I think I have a screenshot of this. But one thing that I have had my hostesses do for the past few parties, and it has been really helpful, is as soon as she sees that person is in the party, I tell her to block off a little bit of time each day leading up to the party to see who has accepted the invite. But I have her individually tag each guest in the welcome post. So she'll say, hey, Sarah, or whatever, tag her. I'm so happy you're here. Next comment. So she doesn't all tag them all in one comment and say she's happy they're there. She does it individually. And it has, I think, really, really helped. Again, voice messaging as much as possible. Hearing my excitement in my voice always helps. And then keep reminding them what's in it for them. Okay, so again, I feel like I'm working for my hostess. I am helping her reach her goals, and I'm reminding her what's in it for her. All right, before I ever get the party started, as in I've set the party up, but I have not shared a link yet. Before I get started, I'll always present the opportunity. 75% of my stylists were once hostesses, as in they either hosted a party and at the end of it wanted to sign up because they saw how fun it is, or they joined because I said this. And let's see if I can zoom in so you can actually see it. All right, so I send them just something to think about. You can always sign up as a stylist and earn the rewards plus the 25% commission. I always offer this because these are your friends and family, and you deserve that commission from them too. I would still do your party for you. It would be a launch party. Exciting. All right. And then, you'll get different answers. Most of them are going to say, oh, what does that entail? And then you can kind of go into your spill. But again, letting them know what is in it for them. But these are their friends and family, right? So yeah, it's fun for her to get the rewards, but even more fun for her to earn cash. So always presenting the opportunity. If anything, it's just planting a seed, and I can continue to grow that conversation after. Okay. All right. So here is that screenshot that I was saying right here, trying to get zoomed in and moved over here on the left. She tagged every single guest individually. And then I went in and I commented on every single one. And I try to make it as personal as possible, not knowing these people. Sometimes that's hard. But I promise you, it's just like that one little thing that I think has really, really helped. But the biggest thing that has helped my nail bars since I started doing this is connecting with the guest right away. Now, I'm going to share some kind of like statistics, and you might be surprised, but this is all true. I could show you proof. But my last two parties, they both hit $300 in sales, over $300 in sales. And I really think the reason is because I started connecting with the guests. So as soon as they got into the group, I friend requested every single guest, and then I sent them a message. And I did not wait for them. I'm trying to zoom in. I did not wait for them to, this is really hard. It doesn't do what I want it to do. I really want it to go up, and it's not going up. And there we go. I did not wait for them to accept my message, but I sent a message and I said, hi, I'm Mindy's. I made sure I put the hostess name right there, because if you get a message, it shows you just like a little bit of the message first. I wanted them to see somebody that they knew, the name, so that they wouldn't think I'm just some spammy person. I'm Mindy's Color Street stylist in the Facebook nail bar. Thanks for joining us. I'm so excited you are here. Be sure and check in when you can over the next couple of days so you do not miss any info or giveaways. Have you ever tried Color Street before? You can see I did not put a link. I did not put, let me help you order. It had nothing to do with ordering. I'm just trying to connect. I asked them a question so that it would keep a conversation going. And you'll see some different comments. I haven't tried them before. My nails are really long, so I usually get Healthy Nails, which I don't know what Healthy Nails is, but so I can continue the conversation. That's amazing. How long are they? Do you have a pick? So then our conversation kept going on. Another person said, another person said, I haven't had a chance to try them yet. I work full time. She kind of gave you like that little spiel. I don't have time. I'm too busy type of thing, but she wanted to support her hostess and said she might buy them for her daughter. So then I said, well, these are going to be perfect because they take not a lot of time. There's zero dry time, kind of solving her problem. And then I asked, how old is your daughter? I wanted to keep that conversation going. The next one says, awesome, thanks. I've been wanting to try them for a while. I'm hard on my nails due to playing piano, so having acrylics is hard, blah, blah, blah. So then I kind of took this away from Color Street. And because I connected with her with playing piano, I started talking about piano because I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to start piano lessons. And so I'm like, talking to her about that. So if there's anything that jumps out that you can connect with her on, use that. And then as we got into the conversation, I kind of brought it back to Color Street. And then over here, we have when someone said, I for sure, thank you. Yes, I have used it before. So if she has used it, I said, what was your experience? Do you love them? And then continue the conversation. So these conversations have been so helpful. So a little statistics, in my last two parties, both of them reached over $300. I wish I had my anybody have their Color Street planner, and are you loving the tracking for the nail bars. I mean, I'm loving it, but in my planner, I could show you every single person I connected with through Messenger ordered from the party. And then maybe one or two others. A lot of them ignored me. A lot of them saw the message and didn't say anything back. But every single one that messaged me back ordered from the party. And I really think it's because of the connection that all right. So if you don't mind muting, I have it to where it's supposed to mute, but if you are on and don't mind muting yourself, that would be great. But I would say try it. If you feel comfortable with, friend requesting people you don't know and reaching out to people you don't know. But here's the thing. I didn't make it, here's the link, bye for the party, blah, blah, blah. I made it about the connecting. That's what it's all about. I'm just trying to connect with these people, okay? Does this seem like something that y'all might try? What do y'all think? Yeah, I mean, let me see. My 2 parties ago, she had 21 guests. I messaged 21 people and I had 7 people respond. And 7 of them, those 7 ordered. And then my last party, she had around the same, I think it was like 24 guests. So I messaged 24 and 9 responded. I got a lot of ignoring. But you guys, it's all worth it. Okay. It's all worth it. I 100% would rather, take this time and get an ignore than if I didn't do this and then my party not hit what we wanted it to hit. I can't tell you how exciting it made me feel. I got this idea from another stylist and it has just it made everything so much more fun. Okay. I do a 30-minute nail bar, and I say 30 minutes because that's all I'm expecting these guests to spend with me. Okay. I use Monica's mock nail bar. I modeled it after hers. So if you are in that Monica's nail bar, what is it? Mock nail bar by Monica. It's amazing. Use all your own graphics. Okay. I highly encourage you. I do not use one graphic that I didn't make. I make all, if I'm going to share a graphic, it's going to be one that I made. All right. So make all your graphics. I'm trying to see some faces, but I can't. Make all your graphics if you're going to do graphics. If you're on my team, we have our own mock nail bar and it's basically the same thing. And I even kind of tell you to go over to Monica's because that's where I got it from. But let's see. Be engaging, obviously, ask questions, connect through the Facebook party group. But I'm going to tell you, I had more connecting and more fun connecting through Facebook Messenger. I had maybe 1 or 2 engage in the group that did not message me back. But those people never saw that message. So I think maybe they just weren't very active and didn't see my message. But respond in a timely manner. This is going to go back to the kind of the low and the high belief. If you are in a party and it's not getting a ton of engagement, you're probably not going to be spending as much time and energy on it. So you might not respond in a timely manner. Again, treat every party in Hostess like it's the same, like it's an amazing party and you have an incredible hostess. Switch it up if you get bored. This goes back to that high and low belief. I got so bored with my nail bar and all my pictures and all of that kind of stuff. So it kind of just like left me just bored and discouraged. And then I thought my hostess was bored. And then I thought the guests were bored, which they weren't. It's all new information to them, but it's still, my belief was low. So I switched it up. I took all new pictures. I made new graphics. I switched up the wording and it just gave me a little bit of a pick me up. So switch it up if you get bored. No problem in that. So a couple of things that you can do to boost the sales if you feel like it's worth it. Okay. So I wouldn't do it. I'm trying to think of how I should say this. So say your hostess sitting at like 120 MPV and you want to boost it up so that she can get to that reward level. A couple of things you can do. A live sale photo album sale. I got this idea from a Connect the Dots last year. And I don't do this very often, only if I need it to boost it up to a reward level. So what I'll do is I'll take, you could take whatever you have on hand, or I personally like to do limited edition, like from our lines that like they can't get them anymore, or retired sets. And I'll make a photo album and I'll put them on sale for $10 each. And then I go live and I talk about how awesome it is that I got to, get these when they were limited edition. They're not available on the website, but I'm offering it to you for $10 each. And I tell them to go into the photo album and comment on the ones that they want. I find that the ones who didn't order usually go for these because it's like they can get one set for $10, and I'll get to them pretty quickly. But it is a good way to kind of boost that. They can't get it on the website, so it's fun. Like I have 2 parties going on right now. I'm going to go in and I'm going to show them my shockwave nails and let them know, like I have 2 if you want one. And then I'm going to go and order underneath the Hostess's link to get her to that next reward level. Share how much Hostesses need. Again, if you look at this one on the right, I'm letting them know where she was at. So I say, wow, last night was so much fun. Love looking through your orders. The Hostess is a couple of orders away. And over here, what did I say? I say over exaggerate if you need to. So she was only 1 order away, but I didn't want just 1 order. I want more than 1 orders. So I over exaggerated. I said she needs 2 orders, or you can do whatever you want. I don't want to go too far. Like she needs 3 orders. I don't want to freak people out and say, oh, well, she'll never get there. So, but I over exaggerated. I said she's a couple orders away from hitting the best reward level. Her rewards are going to pretty much double. And then I showed them what she already has earned. And then I say a couple other things to wrap it up, but I definitely like to let them know where she's at and what she needs. Offer samples. If you are like 1 order away and you want to extend the party just a little bit, go ahead and offer some samples. I do not offer samples in the beginning. That's just my thing. I know a lot of people do, and that's totally great. I love Monica's Bubble. Her parties are 60 minutes. Yes. So I decided I'm glad you brought that up. Instead of doing, her party in 60 minutes, it's the same post, the same outline, but I shorten it to 30 minutes and I make all the posts 2 to 3 minutes apart. I just like that better for my sake and for the guest's sake. Okay, follow up on Facebook Messenger. I follow up with the hostess and the guests that I have already connected with. If somebody saw my message and my first message before the party started, I'm not going to reach out to them again. That's just my preference. I'm not going to reach out and say, hey, still time to order. But if I have already connected with someone and they have responded to me and we've had conversations, then and they haven't ordered, I'm going to reach back out to them and just let them know, hey, party ends in a couple of days. What can I help you pick out? What do you have upcoming that you want to wear, a pretty mani to? Let me help you pick something out. And then follow up with hostess, have her tag certain guests. If I know that we've connected with them, I'll say, hey, I connected with her. I think she really wants to order. Maybe she forgot. So have the hostess tag the guest in that sample post. Okay. I was trying to get this to go quickly, but it is not going on. So I am so happy for everybody who's still on. All right. So ways to book parties off of parties. So if you'll look at this little graphic I got from, I can't remember who we got this from now, but it is how to book 15 parties. Now, this is my goal for every single party. For my parties, these past 2 parties have done so well and I've connected so well. I don't think I'm going to have a problem getting 2 parties booked off of them. And I think it's because of the connection that I've made. So goal is to at least book 2 parties off of your current one. And if that is your goal for every single one, and maybe your goal is to book 2 and you just book 1, that is still 1 extra party and something to celebrate. But it's a ripple effect and it's going to compound and it's going to be amazing. So book parties off of parties. Tell Hostess she gets $25 credit on her guest parties. If your hostess is in and they see what's in it for them, they're going to be more willing to help you get some parties booked, right? If I knew I had $25 on the line in credit, you better bet I was going to be getting all my friends to host a party, whether they wanted to or not. So letting them know they get credit, get them to help message, obviously let them know, say, hey, it was so fun. You totally need to do a party. Booking game within that current nail bar, just like I talked about a few minutes ago. If I'm not getting some bookings and the conversations I already have, I'm going to do that booking game before the party ends. Following up with all guests who ordered. If you have your planner and you're tracking everybody who's ordered, make sure you're following up with all of those. What I like to do is I follow up when I see that their order has made it to them, and then I follow up a few days after that. And that's when I start to really talk about the benefits of hosting and hopefully get them booked. Wow, we are done. That ended faster than I thought it was going to end. How are y'all feeling with all this info? Free sets, more info on the booking games. Sorry, I got something in my eye. I talked about it a little bit ago. I customize it to each person. So if they pick number one, I customize that. I put what I think that they need as their prize. So if they, say it's a booking or you're doing the booking game in a nail bar, if they've already ordered and we've connected, they need to party with me. If they haven't ordered, but we have connected, they need a little push to order. So I'm going to offer, 4 free accent nails if they order by the end of day or by end of party. If we haven't connected at all and they haven't ordered at all, I'm just going to be offering a sample to send to them. Because I don't really offer samples unless I absolutely need it, I do feel like that is a good thing to use for someone who hasn't purchased. Yes, I will share the slides with everyone. I'll send them to Leah. I'll send them to Molly. I'll post in our team page. But the biggest thing, we just did a training I mentioned instead of 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Y'all read the chat boxes because there's some good things in here, some good info. The biggest thing I want to drive home to you guys before we hop off is I hope you realized how much work was behind the scenes versus just on the Facebook group. And I've been doing this for 4 years, and just from all the parties that I've done, I can honestly say the more you do behind the scenes with your hostess, coaching them and connecting with the guests, it's all worth it. Like I said, I spend maybe 30 minutes scheduling the post, commenting, things like that. The rest of the 2 hours that I feel like I put into a party is connecting behind the scenes and hosting or hostess coaching. So I hope that is what you learned from this. I also hope that you learn that our attitude towards Facebook parties really, I think, says a lot to how the outcome will be. So I hope that you can change your low belief mindset to that high belief mindset. And I hope you guys implement some of these things. And I would love to know if they worked. Send me a screenshot or shout me out through a message and let me know that you tried it and it worked. But hold on. What do you say when you follow up after it's been delivered in a couple days after? So this is a little time consuming. This is just what I prefer to do though. So every day I look at my orders and I see which ones have been delivered, not shipped, delivered. And once I see that it's been delivered, I reach out to them and just say, hey, I just saw that your package was delivered. Wanted to make sure that you got everything. Is the order correct? So that opens up that conversation. And usually they're like, yeah, everything arrived. I'm probably going to put one on tonight. And then I'll say, oh, what set are you going to put on first? And then we talk about all of that. And then I send them all of my tips. I have like a copy and paste of all my tips for applying if they've never tried it before. And then for the couple of days after, So maybe they were applying that night. I'm going to follow up a few days later. I'm writing all of this in my notes too. If you have, I'm like a spokesperson for the planner because I love tracking and I love that it has all the things in it. But I put a little note under her little box to say follow up on this date and ask her how everything went. Is anybody, I'll say, is anybody complimenting you on your nails? You know, try to get them to chat some more. Awesome. Well, if nobody else has any questions, I am gonna hop off and let y'all move on with your day, but I'm really glad that y'all joined me today. Feel free to reach out to me, ask any questions if you think of them later. Again, if any of this works, I'd love to hear it and celebrate with you, but I will let y'all go and you're so welcome. And I'll talk to y'all later. All righty. Bye guys.